All right, what is up, everyone? Today is Monday, January 27th. Right now, I'm doing this video. It's at 11:27 a.m. And the title of this video is "Did you buy puts?" Yes, indeed, man. Because if you looked at my last video, I told you I'm not right about a lot of stuff, but damn it, I was right about that last video. And did you buy puts, man? I bought puts. I traded. I made money. I'm done. I'm going to the beach. You can see how much I made. I did YouTube stories. You could go check that out. Check out my stories. I kind of put figures on there. I just got this up like I always do, just so you can see what's going on at the time of this video. Dow's down 458. See, you can see it all in one. SP down 49. Nasdaq down 177, getting crushed, almost down 2%, and Russell down 1.17. It's not doing that bad. The Russell's actually the leader. So anyway, man, I took a flyer on Amazon. I always start here. You know what? The title of this video is about puts, and let me just go over my last video real quick and pull up the 4-hour, and you can see where the VIX was. Now the VIX is the volatility index. This is the fear index. When this thing is down, when it's low, people are just giddy about the markets, and nobody's thinking about it's gonna go up. Volatility is low. That's the time to buy puts. Now it hurts at times to buy puts. Yeah, I got all these drawings on here. It hurts sometimes to buy puts because you lose money if the market continues to go up. But when it does go down, those puts explode in IV, and it can make you a lot of money. So when it's down here, I guess I cleared all my lines up, right? When it's down here, you got to just throw some in the portfolio. Just buy a few, right? This is the 4-hour. I guess let me go to the day, right? And for the most part, I'm just gonna be rough. This is the range. Yeah, we'll say this is the range. And right now we at the top of this range. So this morning, as soon as the market was up, I sold all my puts. I got rid of them. Now, I'm not saying that this is the end of the downturn. It's just that I'm done, man. I'm done. I made my money, and I'm just going to wait until it kind of reverses to kind of get back in. At least that's the way I'm doing it. Yes, it can go up to here to the extremes, right? Over here, 24, or it can even go higher. Nobody knows, right? Nobody knows. This is the weekly. I mean, it can go up here, So I'm just gonna play that range. We kind of down, and I'm just done. I'm just done. So look at the VIX for the day. Let's pull up the 5 minutes, and you can see right out the gate. Let's pull up the minute. You can see it a little better. It kind of just dropped, and it's kind of coming in. It's still elevated. It's still elevated. So, it I don't know. I don't know, but I do know that this whole, if it's down, see, it's weird because we got the virus thing going on. That's what they're saying it's down for. But at the same time, the market was toppy. It was toppy. It was time to go down. So it's kind of coinciding with what the market. Look, it was way up here. It was toppy, way above the range. So we got the virus thing, and we're blaming it on the virus, but at the same time, it could have been anything because we were just too high, and it just has to come down. So how long is it going to come down? Nobody knows. Here's the day chart. Maybe it comes down into this range, maybe the support level right here. I mean, we was going up forever. So maybe down here, it can bounce off of this and kind of go higher. I don't know, but, I'm out for now. At least that. You can look at the monitor. You can see right here. You can see my PNL for the day. Right? Is that me? Hold on, man. Desktop? There we go. Right here. See up $3,000, man. 3 racks right there. So you can see my puts. I had QQQ and SPY. And the SPY was 23 and the Qs were 59. And I wanted to do more of the Qs, and that's why I had did the S&P first, and then I wanted to do more of the Qs, right? And then I was like, I just did both. Now, if the market would have went the other way, yeah, I would have got crushed a little bit. But we was toppy. We was bound to just come down, So and they was cheap. Now they expensive. I got rid of them while probably people are still buying them. We don't know. All right, so that's that lesson on that. So when that VIX is for the most part down, consider buying some. Right now, it's probably not a good idea unless you really think it's going to go up there, and it can. But if it comes down, if it starts coming in, you're gonna get killed in those puts. If you buy puts in the Qs, puts in the SPY or whatever, because the volatility is gonna come back in, and not only is the stocks going up, the volatility is going down. So you're really getting crushed. You might want to consider selling some puts, below the market. But we can open up 500 points, 1,000 points tomorrow. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I really don't think the market can go go to new highs. And I know this is a big earnings week, but with this whole virus thing, it's an unknown. Nobody knows nothing. Nobody knows how it's gonna end. I can tell you this: China's building hospitals like in 3 weeks. They're closed. The Wuhan, whatever the name of that city is, 11 million people in it, and they just basically shut it down. And only 81 people, I think, are sick or died in 2,606 approximately. Now, the regular flu, okay? The regular flu kills 10,000 a year, right? We ain't closing parks and doing this and this, and I think that's this 10,000 right here in the United States. Don't quote me on that, but I know it kills 10,000 a year at least. The regular flu that we all kind of catch. We don't close down nothing. Why is everybody panicking from what's going on in China with this, closing down cities, closing down parks, theaters, transportation because 80 people died? See, that makes me think something is not right. I don't think the numbers is right. They know something that we don't know. Yes, the conspiracy theory is in. It's in. I'm telling you, they know something we don't know, because that's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, 80 people died. And remember, they was doing this when it was like 30 people died. 30 people died. Let's close down everything. So it's just something to think about, right? You can't trust the information coming out of China. So let's talk about my quick trade. I made my money and I was done. Amazon reports this week. I trade the stock all the time. I'll pull up the minute. I took a flyer on this it opened way down here. It's coming up, right? It's been coming up ever since the market opened. And now it's just going sideways. And I'm thinking now that you're damn near 100 points below your recent high, maybe you'll run into the earnings, because it hasn't been doing it. So I took a quick flyer. Bought a call. Bought a 1860 call, 1830, somewhere in there, And let's see. Let's just see what it's going to do, okay? So it wasn't doing anything. Wasn't doing much. So then I decided to sell a call against it, because I was like, you know what, man, this thing could go down even more. I'm not really feeling this market. There's definitely no V comeback that we're used to for the last 8 months. There's no V today. Where's the V? The market was down like 300 points, almost 400 points as soon as the futures opened, and it never V'd. So it's kind of got me like, Trump put out some tweets trying to pump up the market. Oh, we're working with China. Yeah, they're either going to give them anything they want, like we got this under control kind of tweet. Nah, markets didn't buy it. Until there's less deaths, until we stop hearing about deaths, we stop hearing about new people getting sick, or even that there's a vaccine. Now, I heard if they do make a vaccine, say right now, they start creating, we won't get it for 6 months, 6 months or something like that. So it's still a long ways away, but if we hear that talk, we know everything's under control, maybe it can go higher, but it's just unknown. Supposedly it was reported like 5 million people left Wuhan the day before they closed down the airports and stuff like that. So that's 5 million people that's out there that could be transmitting the virus. Not saying we know all 5 million people ain't sick, but there's a lot of people out there that could be sick, no symptoms, transmitting the virus, so we don't know. It's early yet, so I just don't think the markets can go higher. I don't think they could. Big earnings week, Apple, Intel, Amazon, Google, all of them. Wait, didn't Intel report? Anyway, a lot of earnings this week, and I don't even think that the market can go higher even if these guys do good. I think I'm going to pull up Apple. This was the run. This was the earnings run. That was it. Right? So I'm probably, when they get ready to report, when are they reporting? Tomorrow evening. Maybe sell some calls above that because I think this was the run. So it's coming down. I mean, this thing is, it's just down $9. It's down, yeah, almost 3%. So actually, Amazon is finally doing better, down 1.43. The Qs are down 1.92. So Amazon's got pretty good relative strength. It's really beaten up. Now it might just be a good time to, if you want to. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I put a call. I might sell it before. I don't know if I'm gonna ride it through the earnings. I could use the money I made today, and with that call, and just ride it out, or just wait. Just wait until they report. It all depends on how I feel. It just depends on how I feel for the moment. Give me a minute here. Yeah, just want to make sure I am on talking to nobody. So that's what I did. I closed out my Netflix trade. When the market opened and Netflix was only 150, I was like, yeah, it's doing good. What is it doing? 150. I'm sorry, 350. I'm like, yeah, and I left it on. I left the trade on. I had a deep in the money call spread, deep, and it kind of rallied. Let's put up the minute chart so you can kind of see what happened. It was up here, and I was like, oh, cool, because I had like I'm guessing like the 320, 350 on for that expires this week. I'm like, that's exactly what I wanted. As long as it don't go below 350, it could go a little bit below. I'm good. Started closing out. I was closing out those put positions. When I came back to Netflix, the thing was way down here, 341, and I lost some good money in it. I'm like, oh, I'm out. I'm just out. The markets is just weak. The trade. See, that's the thing. This would have been a good trade if we wasn't down and Wuhan virus and whatever, all of that. But when the market's down, it's taking down all boats. So your trades are just not going to work, especially your trades that's positive going up. It's just going to pull down all boats, So it pulled down my Netflix boat. And I suck at Netflix. This stock I really just need to wipe off my watch list because I can never trade it correctly. And it's just one of those stocks. But I did do good over here a little bit, but I still think this thing is going to go higher once it corrects, once all of this stuff gets situated. But is it going to get situated, I mean, this could be the top for a little bit, 5% correction, 10%, maybe even 20. It would suck, but it's actually good. Because it's a washout. Now nobody's got to worry about this and that, and we could just kind of go higher, So I took out some money out of my 401k, put it in the safe stuff, and people are like, why? Don't do that, man. I'm just not going to have another 2008 happen to my portfolio. I had a 2000 happen to my portfolio. I had a 2008 happen to my portfolio. And I don't want a 2020 happening to my portfolio. There we go. Yeah, I don't want that happening to my portfolio. So I sell when there's this nervousness in the air. And I get back in when it reaches a new time high. So when it gets up to where we was just a minute ago, I'll kind of put back in. And I might have lost 1% or so. And people say, oh, don't do that. But you know what? You can ride it out and you'll be down 20%. If it goes down 20, I'm back in. If it goes down 10, I'm probably back in. But that's just the way I've been trading ever since these collapses. I'm just tired of losing money like that. I'd rather hold it and don't make money than hold it and lose money. So it's just my little thing. Don't recommend that for everybody, and it's been working out for me. It just, all through here, I was out, and then where are we? That's Netflix. Let me pull up the market. Yeah, all through that rocky summer last year in here, yeah, I was out, but I was going sideways and even making money because I was in nice safe stuff. Remember, bonds was kind of ripping, and then I kind of got back in when it reached a high over here. So I kind of got out, I think, here. I can't remember. Somewhere, I think it was this one, and then I got back in on this one. So I actually missed nothing, and just kind of rode it out. Didn't risk where the market may take us, because you don't know until it's too late. Let's say we down what, 2% or 1.5% today. We was down 1% basically Friday. Wake up tomorrow, we down 3%, and you're like, oh, got to be in now. We already, you don't want to sell now. We already at the bottom. No, because the next day we down 5%, and then the next day we down, and it just keeps going down. You're like, oh no, when is this gonna end? And everybody's panicking. That's when you want to get back in. You just never know. You just never know. So if you got anything to say, you can put this is a live video. So I got in the comments, what's up? So go ahead and put your comment in there. What are you trading? I could talk about it real quick. If not, I can just go ahead and end this video. But Tesla, and I'm still, oh man, this is that. Oh no, I'm not trading this anymore. I made some nice money on Tesla. Not as much as I wanted to make, but I made, I guess, okay money. They getting ready to report, so I'm not gonna mess with it. Oh man, I so want to trade this. Here, let me put this on desktop. Look right here. Let's look at the at-the-money call this week. $33. I so want to sell that. See, what I do is I come way up here and I sell, put this back on Delta. I sell these deep in the money. I buy these deep in the money calls, right? So say I buy that, it's 100. And let's make it a vertical. And then I come here. So that means I'm getting dollar for dollar with that stock moving. It's basically I own 100 shares of Tesla right there, just by buying that call. And then I'll come here and sell this call. Oh, shoot. Which call? I kind of cleared out my screen. Let's go back to that 90. That, yeah, say right about here. Let's say here. Buy the vertical, come down, sell this in the money one, or even, I mean, this is if the market were to close higher than this after earnings, higher than 547, I basically pocket $3,300, $3,300, right? If I sell that call right there, so I'll go to 33. It's kind of like it's a vertical. What is that? Oh shoot, 547. I'm all over the place. 547 and a half. So that's gonna cost me $12,165. Yeah. So if that goes through and they stay higher, I make that money. So if you analyze the trade though, so you already got to analyze on there. You can see right here, the break even is about 516, right? So it can even go down, and I'm just break even 516, in that area. So, but if it stays up here, I'm gonna get 31,500. Let's say if it goes to 530, I'm gonna get 1436. That's down 20 points. So I'm liking that vol right there. What was I gonna say? Let's go back to the trade. I'm liking that implied volatility. I mean, gosh, look at it, 132%. And they saying it's going to move $67. So it could move through my my break even, but I just think it's not. But you know what? That's when you get killed. Yeah, so let's let it go down. So those are the trades that I like the most, that make me the most money. Those kind of trades. And you don't even have to trade the at the money call. Like I want to buy something at the 100 Delta, 99, 100, 98, 99, 100. So, right, that simulates 100 shares of stock basically. And sell something around there. So if I go back to that trade, if you look at let's go to the 520, right? If you sell this 520 for $4,800, 48, 58, 68, that means 568. It's like you're selling the stock for $568. So this is going to make you $2,000 right there if you sell that 520. So let's go ahead and bring this down to 520. So I buy the 395, sell the 520. Let's analyze that. Get rid of this one. And there it is, 1890. I will make, if it stays above 520, my break even is right at $500. So this thing could lose $50, and I break even. And right, what is it right now? 550, and it's saying it's gonna move $60. So I think that those are good trades. I like those trades, but Tesla's been running real hard. This is the 4-hour chart, so it don't look like that bad. But you pull out that weekly, this thing it's hockey sticking. So it could actually come down 100 points. It could do something crazy, but I think the short squeeze is still on. The shorts think they're gonna take it back. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, look at it. This is the hourly. Look how it's just marching up sideways, up, kind of coming down, but up, coming down. Guess what the next move is? Up. See, we're just looking at the pattern. Look. Over, up, over, up, over, up, over. Guess what the next move is? Up. But earnings is it's a wild card. It really is a wild card. So that's, gosh, I want to do that trade. I may do that trade. I'm going to think about it. Depending on how the rest of this day goes, where I buy the, I'm going to think about it. Look at how it's just coming up. It wants to go higher. Yeah, the 395, 520. That's going to cost you 10 grand, man. That's a $10,000 trade. But you're going to make 2,000 on that, right? So I'm just rounding it off, right? 2,000 divided by 10,000. See if I do my math right. 20%. Oh, I could have figured that out in my head. 20% in 4 days. 20% on 10,000. Imagine you do that every week. Gosh, imagine you make 2,000 a week. That's why I try to make 2,000 a week. I know it's crazy, but you can do it. And you times it by, and let's say you're just wrong half the time. Because if you're right all the time, you made 104,000. Say if you was wrong half the time, still make 50,000. But you just can't have these stocks blow through your strike, So then it's like it gets ugly. So anyway, that's what's up. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm liking. Since I didn't get no questions from you guys, I'm going to have to go ahead and end this video. But you can follow me at Instagram and Twitter at Dre Trades. So check out my YouTube stories. Yeah. And you can see my P&L. All right, so I talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. I hope you bought puts. And if you did buy puts, you probably want to let a few go. All right. If you buy, you probably maybe should be selling puts right now. Definitely buy verticals, right? So that implied volatility won't eat you up like that. I'm going to chill out until I just know we're kind of creeping up, and maybe I watch the VIX go down a couple percentage points. That's going to be, look, it's five. I can't even speak, 549 right now. I'm liking it. I think I'm going to put that trade on. Keep my fingers crossed. 295, 297. Oh, what am I doing? Looking at the chart of the VIX. Yeah, it's just moving sideways. It's kind of not trending lower or anything. It's just moving sideways. So, I don't know. That's what kind of got me just sitting in just going to chill. Just kind of watch what's going on. But that Tesla, boy, damn. I just, look at that Dennis. All right, I got to stop looking at it. I'm going to do something stupid. All right, so I got to go, man. Oh, wait, somebody said something. What do we got? I always got it. Let me put my glasses on. I actually finally had them so I can read. D. DuPont. Yo, I'm officially going 45 DT days from now on. Really? What, to sell? It's just I don't like those trades. I do them. They kind of work. They don't work. But I got to admit, man, let's pull up the SPY. I was running them for maybe 3-4 months. And it's this whole area. And I was getting killed because I was selling them on the upside. I was just getting killed. It was just going, I could sell 10 deltas, man. It was going right through my damn strikes. There was no pullbacks whatsoever. None. and it just pissed me off. Here you can kind of do it a little bit. It's going sideways, up down here. So I was selling these calls. I was like, oh man, we still in some chop, and it was just it was just kind of catching up. I had to keep closing them out for losses, and so it's, I don't know, man, and as it's going up, the volatility on them out of the money calls is going up. So yeah, it just wasn't really. It's just not successful for me. And yes, I do close some out as for success, but it's just maybe I don't know, man. I don't like selling puts. I like kind of selling calls because it's slow for it to get there. But the market was, remember, the market was up 20 handles a day, 20, 30, down 300, up 200, wake up 150, up 3. It was just like, what? That's crazy. But the reason why I kind of shy away from the selling on the put side, especially when I thought the market was toppy, is because days like this, it's down a 1.5% down. Let me see something. Pull up the ES. I don't know. Yeah, we down 46 handles. You wake up, you're like, ah, man. So, but that's good strategy though. That's still a good strategy. Put my glasses on so I can read what the hell you're saying. You said, what if you exited at 50%? Would they have worked? Yeah. Well, you talking about 50% loss? Or you talking about loss? Because I never had any profits in this stretch right here, that last final stretch. I was doing them way before that, and I don't know. I just wasn't. It's just not my thing. See, you have to find what works for you. So you have vertical calls. First of all, buying calls, just no. If you buy a call, that can't be a strategy. It will eventually lose because it has to go right. That's why I said I bought a flyer on Amazon. Let's see what it's doing. It's kind of, I bought a flyer. I called it a flyer because I know it could lose. Theta decay, so buying puts is really not a strategy. So call spreads, selling put spreads, buying call spreads, that's not bad because you have a window and you're not really losing that volatility because it just has to get in a range. Buying call spreads, butterflies, verticals. Did I say I said that? Butterflies, diagonals, that's what I like. And pick something that you feel comfortable with that kind of works for you and just go with it. Become a master of that. And that's what I'm trying to do with diagonals. Not all the time they out the next month. So I'm not always buying a call 3 weeks out and selling the near term one. Sometimes I'll do it in the same month, but short term. So like I was showing you on the Tesla, TSLA, it's 550. God damn it. I'm telling you, man, this thing wants to go. It wants to go to 600. You saw those price targets. Once it has something in sight, it just wants to go there. It just wants to go. But it is oversold. Look at that RSI. So, yeah, become a master of it. When you said selling 50% of max credit, yeah, like the tasty way it works, but I couldn't even get there. I would sell it. So when I was struggling with that strategy, I moved it to like 20%. I'm 20% max credit. I'm just gonna collect some nickels, man, and it kind of works until it don't work. I think it works over time, but I never really done it long enough. In this stretch, it kind of just made me fall out of love with that strategy. It was just, this is unusual. So, even from here, the whole year, I mean, we was just up, up, up. So it kind of works over here a little bit, but here, that was just me. It works. It works. You like they say, you have to do a lot of occurrences, right? You got to have the numbers in your favor. So that's what you got to do, and you just got to kind of stick with it. But it just wasn't successful for me. I wasn't liking it. Every day I was like, oh man, this suck. But when you selling those at the money options, because they have the most volatility, the most premium, the most meat on the bone, I should say. You almost start making money immediately as long as it don't tank on you because you're just getting that theta, that theta decay. But Yeah, so I'm trying to think. Yeah, so yeah, is that what you do? Cause yeah, it works. It works. I'll say it works, but it's just kind of not. And remember, if you sell in, let's say, the 20% out of the money, right? The 20 deltas. For the most part, you're gonna be right. What do they say? 80% of the time. So you'll be right on the first trade, the second trade, say the third trade, the fourth trade, fifth trade, sixth trade, seventh trade, eighth trade. And those last two trades. See, here's the thing: you can't let it go max loss because if it goes max loss, it's a washout. It's a wash. You know what I mean? So you have to get out. You have to get out early. So when you're getting out early, and then remember the probability of touch. So if you selling the 20% out of the money, you got an 80% chance of success, probability of being in the money, probability of closing out of the money. It's double for the probability of touch, which will scare the hell out of you. So you have so basically you have a 60% chance probability of touch. And when it's doing that, it's scaring the hell out of you. But then again, I know you're not supposed to really close that. Just kind of, you just let it chill. You can't touch it. You just close your eyes and be like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything until it reaches my short strike. Then I'm going to move the strike out of the money closer, the call closer to the short strike. And it just gets scary, man. I was getting scared. I'm gonna lie. Because the market was up 20, 30, 40, and I was killing it on the put side. And I was like, yeah, I was just getting scared, man. We was just had too big. These moves were insane. I mean, this is October, and here we are, 106 days later. We're up 15% in January from October. 15%. I mean, that's enough gains for 2 years, right? That's 2 years of gains for the most part, right there in 4 months. So that's why I'm saying I was kind of getting blown out, and I was like, maybe I should just do the put side. But I was afraid of put side because I'm not thinking. I'm thinking too much, thinking the market's gonna go down. That's another thing. You can't really think. You just got to put it on and go with the probabilities. When you think, it'll just mess your trade up. And I'm like, oh, we just too high. I'm getting scared. So that's why. That's why. Remember, they say you're picking up nickels in front of a steamroller. But that's the deal. That's the deal. I got Life Like I in the building. She says I'm looking good, as usual. Thank you, babes. What was I going to say? Oh, I just want to peek at Tesla again. I'm going to sit here and, 549. That makes me feel better. It's being oversold as way it is. It makes me not want to do it, by the way. I'm really just, I mean, the premium is that high because it could actually go down that far. So you gotta remember that. It can't just be like, they're not just laying it out there for you to for free, like free money. That's another thing. Let's assume, let's pull up Tesla real quick. And let's pull up this month. And let's say, all right, it's trading at 550, right? Let's come over here and say, wow, man, look, the 455 is trading at $390, $4. I can make $400 and it's only got a 9 delta. It seems cheap, but that's actually not bad premium. That is not bad at all. But that's because it's high like that because it could reach there. You wake up after that earnings report. What is that? And it's down 100 points. Remember, this thing was going up 50 points a day for a while. So it'd be just like 2 days, giving 2 days of gains back. Anyway, double D. If that's what you wanna, yeah, man, keep going with it. 50%. But I think, and I saw one of their market measures on it, and it worked. It was working for me, but I kind of lowered. I was picking up smaller nickels, if you know what I mean. If you lower that 50% to 40, 30%, you're more successful, and you can reallocate that trade back. So you could, if you're selling it at 45 days, you might get that 30% in 7 days, and then you can go boom, move that money back to the 45 days out, and kind of get it faster. You're getting less money, but you're reallocating faster. So that was working for me. I did like the 30% the 30%, not the 30%. Yeah, cashing out at 30% profit. That worked. That did work for me, the 30%. But it was still a little scary. It was just scary. Um, that is it. All right, so happy trading. Thanks for watching, Double D. It's been some time, man. I haven't said your name in a long time. You're the same Double D that used to be with me back in the day, right? When I was making videos every day. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just making sure what we got going on. All right, so thanks for watching. Good luck on your strategy, Double D. And I guess I'll let you guys know. Look at my YouTube stories, man. This is why you gotta buy puts. I'll let you guys know if I put that trade on. Then I keep my fingers crossed like this. But I really don't think Tesla's gonna drop that much, man. It's down a nice little nugget today because it's down 2.53%, and the Qs are down 1.98. So it's taking a little beat down today, but it's still not that far from its high. Yeah, I just think it wants to. I'm pulling up the minute or whatever. I don't know. I just think it wants to rally again. All right, so thanks for watching. Oh, you got yeah, buddy. I watch just quietly. Okay, yeah, because I see, I got like 3, 4, 5 people in here. I'm like, okay, I'm 1. My babes is 2. My ex is probably 3. So like, who's the other 2? Anyway, but thanks, Double D, man. Appreciate you. And yeah, I haven't been making videos in a while and just bummed out. Hard work. Like I say, a lot of times creating a thumbnail. I don't even feel like creating a thumbnail to get on here. But getting a little excited again. I don't know. I not excited, but I'm trying to focus on something. This is like another video I'm getting into because I just feel lost, if you know what I mean. I gotta focus on something, like when I was doing photography, like when I was doing trucking, right? I'm not doing nothing. And making the videos every day, I just started getting like tired of it. You only get, only a couple of you guys are checking me out. But I guess if I kept doing it, I get more. I understand all that. But so you just kind of get like, I don't feel like making a video. Anyway, that's another video on its own. Gotta put on my glasses to read your comments. LOL, always a pleasure to see you still in the game. Oh yeah, of course, man. I still do this, and if it's going down, I still do this. I still got the trades on, so, and I'm still trading Amazon. I always say, find that stock. Tesla's starting to be one of them. Find that stock that you just love and just keep trading that same stock. And that's what I do. And mine is Amazon. It hasn't been working for me because, like, if you've been watching my videos in the back, silently, Double D, I always say this runs into earnings, and it ain't run. It's sinking into earnings. Let me see Facebook. Facebook is a stock that I used to play as well. This did run into earnings. And now it's coming down only because the market's coming down. And if I wasn't in Amazon, I would have been in Facebook. So it's like you look at all the other stocks you would have been in. Apple. I got killed on Apple. If you want to talk about the past, right here. No, not there. It's the 290s. Right here, when it was at 275 or so. Yeah, here we go, Double D. Here's a story for you. It was at 275. It did kind of break out a little bit. I was doing 45 days out or so on Apple. I was selling like the 295s. Okay, it's 20 points on $1 trillion company is huge. Okay, I'm like, Apple ain't going no 20 points in 45 days. This thing was up $5 a day, if you remember. It was just boom, 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 kind of settled in here, and then boom, boom, boom. And I had to sell out. And when it finally got to, when it got in that 10-day, I should have probably sold it when there was 20 days left, but I was kind of flat. I remember this trade. And I'm like, nah, it's gonna go down. I just need a couple of days of straight, doing nothing or going down. And it just wasn't. I just wasn't getting that theta decay. So I'm saying to myself, then they must know something. The options is gonna reach that money, and I sold out right about the 290, 295 when it was like 185 or so, 285. And sure enough, I think it was a small loss. And sure enough, but I had it for a long time, and I just wasn't collecting on it. But sure enough, I sold it, and it just boom, 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 went right through the 295. And then I thought about putting it back on. Good thing I didn't, because now it just what went all the way up to 323. I mean, the stock almost went from 1 trillion to 2 trillion in a matter of months. So I don't know, man. So yeah, I caught this at a bad time, and I should have been selling puts. So yeah, that's just the way it is. We'll see what the earnings do. If the earnings kind of suck, because I think they are gonna suck. I don't think basically. I think when the earnings comes out, we're gonna find out it didn't deserve this run. It didn't deserve it. So if that happens, I might be selling calls, the 45-day strategy above the market. Don't thinking like it's not going to reach that new high again. People's going to kind of fall out of love for the moment. But at this moment, they think Apple's the greatest thing on earth. And this is the best stock of the rally. I think it might have been the best stock of the year. It's crazy. It's $1 trillion company. It's only supposed to move a couple, a dollar maybe a day, the most. So anyway, yeah, that's that. Let me see. Hold on. Gotta get me these glasses on. I was planning on setting a stop 3 times credit and receiving taking a small 3 times credit received. You mean so if you sell you talking iron condors, or you talking straight like call verticals or put verticals? Or you talking iron condors? So if you sell like how could you get 3 times credit received? You talking about buying a spread? Oh, I got you. I got you. So basically, if you sell it for 20 cents, you're gonna be out at 60 cents, right? I got you. That's what you're basically saying. Yeah, that's the way. I think I was doing double. If I sold it at 20, I'm out at 40. But sometimes I pushed it. And that's another thing. When you running that, you gotta really be mechanical. You gotta be mechanical. You gotta be like, just have your rules like you have the 3 times. Just boom, I'm doing this. Boom, boom, boom. Don't think, because that's what messes you up. You could actually do the stop loss the same way. Yeah, yeah. Well, if you would sell it for 20, you would probably the 50% would be 10 cent. You buy it back for 10 cents, right? And then redeploy. If you sell it for 20, your stop loss will be 60. So basically you're going to lose 40 cents to make 10 cents. Sounds weird, but at the same time I know it's a high probability of success. But the market's just been crazy ever since that summer when we was getting all the market's really been crazy. It threw me out of my game. It really did. I mean, I didn't know it was up, down. I made real good money on one of them. I was at the highs. That was, one of them days, and then, slowly was giving it back, and then I just couldn't I couldn't call it, if you know what I mean. But now that we got some steadiness right in here, other than what I was telling you about, like the Apple and all that stuff, I could kind of call it. Stocks were kind of doing what they do, and I was forgetting about that. We overbought and all that other stuff, and then I'm doing my earnings trade because I do the Amazon 2 weeks before earnings all the time, and it works. So but this time it's not. See right here, it's earnings. It ran into it. Earnings ran into it. Earnings ran into it. Yeah, so that's what it does. Earnings, well, here it kind of sunk, but it ran right up there. It did get a little run here, ran into it. So here it's different, right? That's like this is the weekly, so this is 3 weeks of nothing. So it's kind of got me like maybe earnings is gonna suck. What are we at? Oh, what? Oh, 1837. I'm making money. Yeah, because I remember I bought that call. I bought the call when it was 1833. So I'm thinking. I mean, it's this week. It took a beat down. It can't really get beat down anymore. So that's why I bought a call. Straight up call. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it can make it to back to 1900, and I think it can, as long as the market, not necessarily, as long as it finds some stability, as long as it can hang out here. If it keeps going down like another, it can't do it. But if it can kind of just go sideways, I think it could do it because it's already down. Amazon already had its little correction, while the market was ripping, so. Okay, yeah. So you said yes. So I guess, yeah, I got it, man. Good luck, man. If you're doing it, good luck, man. Yeah. So like, just find that. Just become a master of that. A master, and don't have in my opinion, don't have a whole bunch of stocks. I know they kind of like a lot of, just have your favorite five or something that you just know, because it becomes better. You kind of know what it's going to do. You're like, yeah, it normally runs for 2 weeks, then it goes side. You just know it a little better, because you see it. You see the price action. You know how it opens. When it opens, it always goes up for a little bit, and then 10 o'clock it comes down, because they all basically do the same thing all the time. So that's my advice. It looks like I'm looking at the MACD on this Amazon hourly. It looks like it wants to turn. It's getting ready to go. I even got that little arrow saying time to buy. So I like when the MACD is down here at extreme levels and starting to turn colors. And as you see, like it didn't work there. Didn't work there either. Worked here, right? Anyway, so thanks for watching. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end it. Thanks for watching. I hope we don't go down too much. Hopefully this is it. And hopefully that virus, they get a handle, a grip on that. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you, Double D, man. Yeah, check me out. Also, yeah, check me out tomorrow if I'm on here in Twitter, Instagram, Dre Trades. I'm there. And I'll talk to you later. See you. Peace.